Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you have not already, please consider subscribing to the channel and helping us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up while you're listening today. Today we're looking at what sold on Mercari in the month of September. I've pulled out the highlights. I want to show you, of course, all of the plush that sold on the platform. All four of them we're going to take a look at, and just a couple of exciting sales. Our Mercari was kind of slow in September. Mercari can be hit or miss. We have months where it is on fire, and then we have months where it's slow. But I will always list there because we do make steady sales there. I like the fees. We have recently started charging shipping on Mercari, just like we have on eBay. And for us to cross-post to Mercari is super simple. It's like a couple of extra clicks using List Perfectly. And speaking of List Perfectly, I have sorted my catalog here to show myself what sold in September on Mercari so I could pick out the highlights. So you can kind of see here lots of bread and butter stuff, some makeup, some remotes. If you're not using List Perfectly, guys, you should be. It is a way to manage your inventory and cross-post. You can do so much with the platform. You can sign up for 30% off your first month with our code FlippinHippos. And at the end of this, I'm actually going to have my playlist pop up, and you can kind of just look through the titles of all the tutorials I have in my List Perfectly playlist to get the gist of all the things you can do with List Perfectly. It's so much more than a cross-listing service. And they now have auto delist. Did you hear? Let's put that video up at the end too. But today we're talking about Mercari. And as we're slowly changing our listings over here to charge shipping, you're going to see some sales that had shipping charged and some that didn't. So what I'm doing is each day, like 10 or 20 listings, I'm ending and then relisting to Mercari with the shipping on it. So the older stuff that's selling that I haven't changed yet is still going to have free shipping on it. I am using List Perfectly, in case you're wondering, to delist and relist to Mercari, as well as to Poshmark. I am lowering our prices over there a little bit as well, which I talked about in my What Sold on Poshmark video. We're just doing all kinds of things around here, shaking it up, going into Q4 and trying new stuff and just seeing if we can get more sales. But let's look at Garfield. He was free shipping and sold for $20. This is a vintage Dakin Garfield. I do like the vintage Dakin plushies. They'll sometimes say United Feature Syndicate. The way you can tell a vintage tag, they look like they're one long tag that was printed and then folded in half. Newer tags will have the front and back printed. These older ones, you can tell were printed on like a long tag and then folded in half and attached to the plushies. And that's how all your vintage tags are going to look. So this one has a beaver coat. I mean, he's just super cute. I was really excited to get $20 for him. And the cost of our plushies is right around $1. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. I buy the majority of my plush in bulk now from various sources. Build-A-Bear Christmas Moose. This one does light up, and I always say that in the description here. You can see he was tested. He works. I say it in several spots because people don't read or pay attention. I want them to know he works. He's light up antlers. And then I usually say batteries not included. And I'll usually say what type of batteries they take. This one I didn't. Who knows? With me. $16 for the Build-A-Bear Moose. Here we have a Build-A-Bear Paw Patrol backpack. So this is an accessory from Build-A-Bear for a chase Build-A-Bear. And whenever I find these accessories, I sell them. It's perfectly fine to just sell the accessory by itself. If there had been room in the title, I probably would have put the word replacement, because somebody might have bought their kid a chase at some point and the kid lost the backpack. Kids lose things, which is why plush sellers do so well, because kids lose their plushies all the time and their loveys. They lose their Build-A-Bear clothes, their accessories. So, whenever you find something that goes with the plush, list it. It's a replacement piece, and somebody somewhere is looking for that. This sold for $12. Build-A-Bear White Easter Bunny. You guys, I talk about it all the time, but we do really well with the Easter plush all year. It's our best selling category as far as holidays. This sold for $12. You can see it started its life at $18. Build-A-Bear should never start below $18. Doesn't mean you can't entertain offers, but don't lower their value. Build-A-Bears are a luxury brand of plushies. So those are the plushies that sold. Now we're getting into some clothing highlights I wanted to talk about. This is a new at Tags Oregon Ducks ugly Christmas sweater. So this came in a wholesale lot, new at Tags. It was like $1. There was a bunch of sports stuff in that lot. Of course, I have to Google lens anything that's sports. But hey, if you need to know anything about Marvel Comics or Star Wars or horror, I'm your girl. I just don't know anything about sports. So I did look it up. And of course, I did use the ugly Christmas sweater keywords because that's what this is. It's a sports sweater, but it's an ugly Christmas sweater, right? Sold for $20. And it is a kid's as well that sold for that much. So that's pretty cool. Here's a Bowden t-shirt. So this is an example of something I already have the shipping on. So this sold for $20 plus the $4.99 delivery fee. If you are not aware, and this has been a thing for quite some time, like a few months, most of this year, Mercari does allow you to print labels in the 4x6 mode now. For a long time, that was one of the biggest complaints about Mercari's shipping labels and having the buyers pay for the shipping here. There was no 4x6 size for our thermal printers. There is now. It's super easy to print. I'm kind of liking this charging shipping on eBay as well as Mercari. This makes our life easier here because I don't have to go to Pirate Ship and buy a separate label. Pirate Ship is really affordable and it's really easy to use. But if I can just go to my Mercari and print a label, boom, I'm done. I'm cutting out extra steps. And I feel like we're making a little bit more money this way. Also, this is Bowden is a brand you want to keep your eyes out for. Let's talk about the brand as well as the shipping and the labels. This is a good brand from the UK. I love their jeans. And you might be familiar if you've watched this channel for a while. I love to get women's t-shirts that are well-known jeans brands. Lucky, Madewell, Page, Cut from the Cloth, Bowden. If you can find t-shirts for a couple bucks or less that are going to also be, familiar brands of jeans that women like, they're going to do well. I have sold plain blue t-shirts like a Madewell for like $16. Sometimes people do pay up just for the brand. So this one sold for $20 plus $4.99 delivery, and this was a 99-cent shirt. This is American Eagle men's Pearl Snap. Why do I say it like that? Because Keith and I love Pearl Snaps. They're our favorite. Fast. Not always a ton of money. I mean, you can see this one sold for $8. They did pay $7.40 for shipping. So had I still been doing free shipping on this, this would have been around a probably $16, $17 shirt with free shipping. Pearl Snaps sell fast. Certain brands sell for a lot more money than other brands. But for 99-cent cost of goods on our part in our thrift stores, we pick up all the Pearl Snaps. They don't sit long. So even the bread and butter ones are a really fast return on your investment and a good flip. And then the last highlight here is one of my favorite brands to sell for jeans. It's also American Eagle. If you hadn't heard, my go-to 3 tried and true bread and butter brands of jeans are American Eagle, Old Navy, and Gap. They're my 3 favorites. I get them for 99 cents, so I don't discriminate on style or size or any of that. They all sell well for us. They're constantly moving. We do have a huge volume of them listed. So I know people like to tell me that you only do well because you have so many listed. Other people don't sell as many because they don't have as many listed. Maybe, but I like them. I think they're good filler or bread and butter if you want to have a volume-based business. I know that all 3 of them have a loyal customer base. These are the high-rise jegging crop. You can see there on the waistband. And in case you didn't know, if you ever see hems like this, they're shark bite hems. Now you know new keywords today. These sold for $14 plus $7.40 shipping. And then, of course, we had the remotes and the makeup and the other bread and butter items on Mercari. I have seen an increase on Mercari since we have started charging shipping. Again, this is all just an experiment we're doing. Yes, we're experimenting in Q4, which isn't fair. That's what people keep telling me. How can you experiment in Q4 when your sales are going to be better anyway? It's still fair. It's relevant. We're shaking things up. We want to see what we can do to increase our sales overall. I have seen an increase. Now, it could be coincidence. I don't know if it's because the prices look lower now that people are paying the shipping, or if it's because I'm ending and relisting 10 or 20 items a day as I'm charging that shipping. So we'll give this experiment probably longer than Q4 just to see how things go. But I am kind of liking charging shipping. I mean, I guess I've come over to the dark side. Hey guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below. I do answer all questions. And you can also join my Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod, and tag me over there if you have questions, or just interact with everyone else in the group. It's a really positive group full of really great resellers. Go be productive, guys. Go make some money. And as always, thank you for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.